Aujourd'hui, je parle du continent comme d'habitude, alors on le sait, on le répète.
We know it and we've said it so many times now. The African continent is made up of 54 countries and has many cultures and different stories. But today I'm taking you to a discovery of an unexpected Africa, an Africa beyond the borders of the continent. I'm talking about Africa in the diaspora, starting with Paris, where immigration has left here and there imprints of its presence intertwined with the history of France. And it's precisely this 3 centuries-old African presence that Kevin, a young tour guide from Metiki, proposes to discover. Though through his platform, Black Paris Walk, it represents a French capital less known to the general public but equally rich. The idea to show this other Paris came to him when many questions were coming from tourists. But are there many blacks in Paris? Here's his answer.
Paris is one of the most visited cities in the world, so people have the impression to know Paris, like they've seen it all. But in fact, looking at a story a little more hidden and concealed, because it's difficult to talk about these issues in France. It's also a way to discover Paris on a deeper level. Paris off the beaten track, Notre Dame, the Champs-Élysées, all of this is very good, but there is more to it. Paris has more to offer than just taking selfies in front of beautiful monuments. There is also a historical, a political Paris. The colonial question was something very, very important in France, and Paris was the capital of a huge colonial empire. So Paris is also a city that is important for Francophone Africa, for the Caribbean, for African Americans, and this is a story I'm trying to tell.
From Pantheon to Pigalle, from Sorbonne to Saint-Germain-des-Prés, the Paris Black Walk is divided into 2 parts. First, the left bank, which looks back at great black intellectual individuals such as Cheikh Anta Diop, Alexandre Dumas, and Toussaint Louverture, the hero of Haitian independence. And the second, the right bank, much more contemporary, that takes tourists through the heart of a market.
I have 2 main tours, actually. The first will be between the Place du Panthéon and Saint-Germain-des-Prés, where we talk a lot about the birth of negritude, about the encounter between students from Francophone Africa and the Caribbean around the Sorbonne, and who discover themselves, who share about their black experience, going through a form of awakening, awareness, and others. Besides that, there is also the contribution of African Americans. So it's really the encounter of 3 different worlds that had never really met before and who discuss their black identity. And then the second visit is between the Moulin Rouge and the Chateau Rouge, where we go from the district of Pigalle in 20s with a diaspora of American musicians living in Paris, because there is a huge trend, a taste for jazz in Paris at that time. Then we arrive in the district of La Goutte d'Or, where we speak of an American centrality. This is a neighborhood that is quite known today in Paris, where you can find African markets, and the people come to stock up on cosmetics, food, clothing, and other things.
Black Paris Walk attracts visitors from all backgrounds and ethnicities, as well as Afro-descendants in the likes of Malak Shabazz, the daughter of Malcolm X, or Opal Tometi, one of the Black Lives Matter movement's co-founder, curious to reclaim this part of their history. As for whether talk about a militant tour, not necessarily, even if it's a whole philosophy that, if put forward here, that making it's important to show that blacks have contributed to the history of France and that it's not only imagination. Oh yes, very much. An African presence that is not confined to Europe. This is what you see in the pictures that I'll show you.
Au rayonnement culturel de certaines grandes nations. Pour continuer à parler de cette présence africaine, elle ne se cantonne pas qu'à l'Europe. C'est ce que vous allez voir avec cette photo que je vais vous montrer.
It's up to you to tell me where we are. Just a warning, since we stay in the theme, appearances can be misleading. Take a look.
Je dirais le Bénin ou le Nigeria.
I'm thinking Benin or Nigeria.
Oui, c'est en Afrique.
It's in Africa.
Je vous ai dit que les apparences sont trompeuses. On est dans le thème de l'Afrique en dehors des frontières. Donc nous ne sommes pas en Afrique. Effectivement, c'est inspiré de la culture nigériane, Yoruba pour être plus précise. Nous sommes en Caroline du Sud.
We are in South Carolina in the United States, and this is the Oyotunji village.
Son nom signifie littéralement Oyo revient ou Oyo
The village is named after Oyo Empire, and its name literally means Oyo returns or Oyo rises again. More than 4 decades now, these Yoruba descendants have been practicing and preserving their culture and traditions far from this home in this mini version of a great Oyo Empire. The village of Oyotunji is open to the public from 10 a.m. until dusk 7 days a week. Tourists can visit the market, but many monuments enshrined in honor of the ancestors. And then there is an annual meeting of the festival. Oyotunji is very popular with visitors. The money generated by tourism is used for electrification, renovation and general maintenance of the village.
Économique et financière. Merci également à vous qui nous regardez, qui nous avez suivis. Je vous dis à bientôt sur Africanews. Je suis Bridget Ugwe.